Good morning, y'all. It's Brian with Be Little Fishing here. It's about 7:30 Saturday morning. Snuck out to do a little pond fishing. It's gonna be a high of 80 today, but just this morning it's pretty cool with just a little bit of wind. So I think we ought to be able to get a bite. We're gonna try some baits today that I haven't fished with before. I'll show you those and we'll see if we can't wreck a few. Come on along. All right, this morning we're going to start off with a live target bait ball. It's a really miniaturized version of an Alabama rig. Something I've never fished with before, and was watching some YouTube videos by Tyler's Real Fishing and watched him smoke some absolute giants. Him, and I watched Bama Bass. I'll link the video down below because it's amazing, but he got a 9 and a 7 pound bass on the same rig, the same cast. I'm going to try this out this morning and see if we can't get some action on it. Man, it looks good in the water, I tell you what. Yeah, it occurred to me that as the bass are feeding for the fall, they want to expend as little energy as possible to get the biggest meal possible. And if they have the opportunity, they see a little bait ball swimming by, that might be a lot more appealing to them than just a single lure or a single, presentation. So some kind of a group presentation might entice them to bite a little bit more. You can throw this on your regular bait caster. I know on those bigger Alabama rigs, Tyler and Bama were throwing like 7-11 heavy rods, because you've got to be able to launch those things out there so far and be able to load up on them whenever you get a bite. This one has 4 different baits, has that willow blade in the center, and then it has the 4th bait on the bottom is the largest, and that's where the hook is. So everything else is just for presentation. There's only the one hook there on the bottom bait. Must have bumped a stick or something. Oh, I definitely got hit. Oh man. There were some small guys pecking at those. Must have been the smaller ones, the smaller top baits. It was definitely a hit. All right, set that guy down. Pick up the lipless crankbait. I picked up some new ones last night at Walmart. I was going to get rattle traps, and then I saw that these cotton cordels were probably about 40% cheaper. So I picked up just a few to try some, I guess just to try these out. I don't fish with lipless crankbaits a lot. This is a wounded shad pattern, but thought I would try it out. It's a 1/4 ounce. I know 1/2 ounce is the kind of standard size, but since I'm fishing a lot of ponds, they're usually shallower. I thought I'd try the 1/4 ounce, although that live target bait was certainly not a 1/4 ounce type bait. It's interesting how a rod and reel can feel like it works perfectly fine, no issues. Like this Piscifun Torrent reel for 39 bucks. It's a decent reel. But then I upgraded that Lew's Mach 2. And at first I thought, man, why'd I pay the extra money? This thing feels the same. And then you fish with it. And then I went back and threw this a little bit. And the difference is very noticeable. Very noticeable. How smooth the Lew's Mach 2 is. This water is pretty dirty. Thinking I might switch to the Fire Tiger pattern. Let's give this guy a couple of throws. That was the Cotton Cordell in Fire Tiger. It's a good little color, good movement. Definitely see it in the water. Just don't know if it's big enough presentation. So try this guy out. Little finesse spinnerbait. Good bright colors. It's got the Colorado blade, so it should create a lot of water movement. Been having pretty good luck here, specifically this pond, with these little finesse spinnerbaits. Somebody left a bunch of their fishing line out here. It's not cool. Pick up your fishing line.
This is fish.
Oh, that's fish?
Yeah.
Hey, fish.
Hey, fish. Come on, let's go.
You're not the kind of fish I'm looking for, although you're the first fish I've seen all morning. Man, that happened to me last week. That is so awesome. That guy followed it. He is not happy. He followed it right up, and before he could leave the water, he said, "No, sir, that is my snack." Little dinky guy, I mean just tiny. That was a blast. See, bud? And that's what I mean by bank fishing. So kind of throwing parallel to the bank, as parallel as possible, and then just slowly reeling it in. That is so fun when they do that, attack it. At the last minute you think, oh, that cast is done, I'll just reel it in. And then at the last possible moment, they smack it. The spinnerbait had been bumping along the bottom, hitting twigs and rocks and stuff, which to the fish, to the bass, makes it look a little more realistic, like it's a dying bait fish or an injured bait fish, just kind of flopping around. I think we're gonna call it a wrap. Now we'll go home and get the rest of our Saturday started. Well, guys, I had a great time on the water this morning. Managed to catch one fish just throwing parallel there to the bank with my little finesse spinnerbait. Those are always a blast to catch whenever they're hitting it so close to the shore, and especially that guy nailed it right before I was about to pull it out of the water. So that was pretty awesome. You know, got a chance to throw the live target bait ball, something I've never thrown before, and interesting action. I'm definitely going to be picking that up again and give it another shot. Didn't get anything on the lipless crankbaits. I can't even say that I got a bite on that. It is cooler outside this morning than it has been over the past week, so the bass could just be acting a little bit finicky as, you know, it continues to transition into fall. You can see the leaves on the trees changing, and you just know it's coming. Got to meet a fish who's actually a dog. He's a really cool dog. Overall, great time this morning getting out on the water. Anytime you can get out, spend 30, 45 minutes, just, you know, especially I'm out there by myself this morning, peace and quiet, getting to, you know, reflect on whatever's happened this week, what I want to do the next week, that kind of stuff. It's pretty awesome to have some of that time. Make some time for yourself to do that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. After you subscribe, click the notification bell. That way you'll get alerted every time a new video is released. If you want to check out any of the gear I use on a day-to-day basis, I'm going to have links for that in the description below. Anything you buy after clicking on one of those links, whether it's for that specific item or a different item that you go to while shopping on Amazon, those purchases help the channel out just a little bit, and I really appreciate that. Get out, do some fishing. Have a great day.